All right, partners, we are back. Got a new trailer here to take a look at for Faye. So let's go ahead and peep this and see what's up. Now, it seems like, oh yeah, new Emblem hero. I was just about to say everyone expects an Emblem hero. And, okay, looks like we're getting Emblem Micaiah here. Okay. Her face looks a little bit off. Suzuki Riko with the artwork. It's surprising that it's not Kita Senri, right? Because they tend to do all of the Tellius artwork. But this Micaiah is going to be a colorless tome infantry type. Okay, voiced by Veronica Taylor, who is the voice of May from Pokemon. That's where I mainly remember her from. Okay, stats are posted here. We have 40 HP. 71 attack, 30 speed, 12 defense, and then 57 res. Holy dump stat on defense, Batman. Oh, man, so she's just all attack, all res, and then mediocre speed. I would like it if her speed and defense were swapped, actually, but that's not something that Micaiah units typically do. Okay, so she oh, that's very interesting. So she swapped there, and then it seemed like her sacrifice effect activated there. If that penalty cleanses allies in 2 spaces, that's actually pretty dope. Okay, so Maiden's Tome. 14 might, 2 range, effective against cavalry and armor, -1 special trigger. If a rally or movement assist is used by unit or target's unit, inflicts all stats -6 and exposure on the closest foe in 5 spaces of unit and target ally, and the foes in 2 spaces of those foes through the next actions. Okay, very good debuff there. And then also inflicts all stats -5 on foes on the map with exposure active, and those foes suffer guaranteed follow-ups. Okay, that's adding even more insult to injury there. And then if unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants a bonus to all stats equal to the number of allies in 3 columns of 3 rows, centered on unit times 3 plus 5 with a max of 14. Deals plus X damage, excluding on AoEs. X is the highest total penalties among target and foes in 2 spaces. That's a lot. Wow, there's no cap there. And she's already doing -6, basically, to all the enemies. Jesus Christ. She's going to be hitting, like... This is like baby Camilla levels of damage. And she's effective against armor, so you better have your Duo Marts ready with Surveillance Shield support. Alright, then also reduce damage from foes' attacks by 7 and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before first attack. Alright, then she has swap. Very uneventful assist there, but it seems to make sense with what she's doing here. Alright, then she has Great Sacrifice, 3-hit special. When special triggers, boost damage by 60% of res and neutralize foes' damage reduction effects from non-special skills. If units or foes special is ready, or units or foes special triggered before or during this combat, reduce damage from foes' next attack by 40%. Once per combat, but that can be more than once per combat if you have Ymir support. And then if a rally or movement assist is used by unit, recovers 20 HP to allies in 2 spaces unit, and both unit and target ally after movement. Including target ally, yeah. And neutralize any penalty on those allies. So it is basically AoE sacrifice there, which is good. And instead of chipping her HP down to 1 like the other sacrifices do, this is just a heal to herself and the allies. And then also grants another action to units. So we're doing this. She's basically just Ymir on crack. You guys remember Dragon Ymir, how she kind of had a little resurgence because of the assist and then extra action and the penalty cleanse and heal built in? This Micaiah is doing that and then just while being 50 times better. Okay, sure. Alright, then also if another effect that grants additional action to unit has been triggered at the same time, this effect is also considered to trigger. That's if you have, like, Divine Nectar, basically, which would give you another action if you pop an assist. Okay, then she has Crystalline Water, Attack and Res Havoc, and Silence Ward 4. Okay, so she has Ward here. Unique C, or not unique, but a brand new C skill. For allies in 2 spaces a unit, grants Attack and Res up 4. Neutralize effects that prevent allies' counterattacks. What? So this is Drive... No, wait, what? Drive Null C? And also, if allies attack can trigger allies special, grants -1 cooldown to ally before allies first attack. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. I wonder what the restrictions are going to be on that. It seems like it's going to be tome and maybe staves only. I can see a literal picture of a tome right there. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and res of 4 to unit and neutralize effects that prevent counterattacks. And then also, if unit can attack or trigger, or if units attack can trigger unit special, then you get -1 before the first attack. She has that on her weapon as well, or was it her weapon or was it her special that had that? It's the weapon. So she gets -2 basically before she hits the enemy. And then her emblem effect, let's see here. When special triggers, boost damage by units max special cooldown count value ×4. That's basically on everybody. If a rally or movement assist skill is used by unit, restores 20 HP to target ally and neutralize penalties on that ally. And grants another action to unit and inflicts isolation on unit and pair-up cohort. Wow. And also, if units are pair-up cohort's range is 2, inflicts gravity on unit and pair-up cohort through the next actions. That can be, like, mitigated in so many ways. That's not even an issue, man. A very interesting emblem ring here. Huh. So it's giving you the ability to use sacrifice, which is already really good, right? Like, I mean, that's... You can turn anyone into Dragon Ymir now. And penalty cleansing is one of the most powerful effects you can do right now, with all the units running around that inflict start-of-turn debuffs from anywhere on the map. So just, like, having multiple units that can do stuff like this is just really good. And then you're still getting the extra action after you swap in. It's like turning someone into Ninja Lucina, basically. Where she can just run up, use swap, and then she gets to move again. Now, obviously, certain units are going to use that better than others. Like, for example, Baby Camilla is a unit that's not going to care about getting hit by gravity, even though I guess she wouldn't, because she's not a ranged type unit. She's a melee type. So who would be, like, a ranged type unit? I guess, like, Emblem Celica. Like, she could go ahead and swap or repo or whatever, and then she gets hit by gravity, and it doesn't even matter, because she just warps anyway, and she has pass. So, it seems like a really good ring. Okay, so here we have her up against the New Year Needhogger. Okay, that's nice to see. An actual meta unit in a showcase for once. But then again, like I said, this unit seems like she's going to be hitting as hard or even harder than Baby Camilla. So this is like not a fraud unit. You could tell immediately just by who they showed her off against. Alright, here they're going to have her tank Loki because she has Null C. So this is more so a Ward 4 showcase. Yeah, Loki ain't really doing much to her when she's got so much res. And then, of course, she's going to one-shot. Yeah, she seems really good, man. To no one's surprise, another must-summon Emblem hero. Yeah, obviously. Alright, so here they're going to show the engagement ring. Yunaka's another good example because actually, Yunaka can pull off a lot of shenanigans because she has that, like, she can run those Thief Assist C skills, the Lookout Force, which lets her swap and use distance swap, and then now she can move again after she does that. And then she can warp anyway, so, like, giving her gravity doesn't even matter. So, yeah, she's probably the best. It actually makes sense, right? Because in Engage, Yunaka is the one who comes with the Micaiah ring. So, yeah, I guess that makes perfect sense. Okay, so here is our banner. On colorless, we have the new Micaiah, obviously. We've got Legendary Sakura, and then we have the Attuned Alm. That's a pretty good colorless pool, if I say so myself. Okay, then on green, we've got the Legendary Camilla. We have Noma. Or is that Jeddah? I always get them mixed up. Noma and Jeddah. I don't know, because They both end in AH, and they're both old men. I think that's Noma. And then we have also the Mythic Hater over there. All right, then on blue, we've got Ratatoskr, Emblem Sigurd, and also Mythic Restvelger. And then finally on red, we've got Legendary Elincia, we have Legacy Goto, and then Raffle. Interesting. Yeah, colorless is very strong, obviously. You got Sakura there, you got Alm there, and Micaiah. All of them are very good units. I don't really feel like there's a second good color, though. I guess blue, because Emblem Sigurd's still got momentum fodder, and he can still do some stuff here and there. Ratatoskr and Restvelger are both offensive mythic heroes, so even one merge actually helps with them. That's the good thing about these offense mythic heroes. Even one merge helps, as opposed to, like, other types of heroes or, like, legendary heroes where it's either +0 or +10 or nothing else matters. So getting extra copies of them would be good, I guess. But that's really it. I mean, I'm not really seeing anything standing out too well here. Goto is okay. I don't remember exactly what Noma did. I think Noma was okay as well, but Goto is, like, even more okay than Noma, if that makes any sense. But, like, just being okay right about now is not really saying much, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be summoning, obviously. I've been saving up a lot of orbs, and I have enough to go for a spark. Hopefully, I don't even need to spark, but if I need to spark, I will. So, yeah, I would say just hit colorless and don't really worry too much about anything else here. Maybe blue, but that's a big maybe. That's only if you care about Aether Raid scoring, which most people probably don't. So that's going to wrap us up for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I think they nailed Micaiah pretty well here. Ring looks really good, and then they found a way to make Sacrifice not suck. Well, I guess it never sucked, because you could use it for shenanigans. I used to use it back in the day to just get on low HP to run her as, like, a Desperation or a Vantage attacker. So, like, that could be good just to set up HP. But the way they handle it here is just infinitely better than doing shenanigans. Like, this is just genuinely good. So, yeah, that's it for this one. Come back tomorrow. I guess we'll have the data mines for her then. We'll get to... Oh, actually, hold on. I completely forgot. We can see the inheritance restrictions for her new ward passive here, if they've posted it on Twitter. Yes, they have. Okay, silly me. I was about to end the video before looking at this. Okay, so Silence Ward here. Cavalry cannot use it. And then it looks like it's for tomes and staves, pretty much. So armor, if there's one armored stat. Well, actually, there's two. There's the Valentine Lissa, and then there's the Winter Erica. I believe those are the only two staff armor types. So armored staff and tomes, cavalry staff, or not cavalry, but infantry, and then flyer staff and tomes, they can all use it. Would be an interesting one on Sakura, right? Like legendary Sakura with this ring. Because she would go ahead and use Ice Lock, and then Ice Lock would become able to, like, penalty cleanse allies and heal and all that stuff. There's a lot of interesting options for her ring. I think they did a great job with it. So, yeah, that's all for this one. I've ended the video like 10 times, but this time for real. So, that's all for now, and I will catch y'all again tomorrow for the data mines.